From SugarHouse in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this is Poker Night in America. Welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm your host, Chris Hansen. Tonight, we continue to refine some sweet poker action from SugarHouse in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as our invite-only cash game continues to churn. Plus, later in the episode, we take a savory sidestep away from the table and show you the restaurant that made the Philly Cheesesteak a national phenomenon. I know it's weird to have the sweet before the savory, but I always say life is uncertain. Eat dessert first. As day two continues here at SugarHouse, a couple of new players sitting down. Seed 1, Aaron Overton's buying in for just over $10,000. And seed 4 is Gajan Jeganathan. He's buying in for $20,000. He's wedged right in between Tom Schneider and Phil Hellmuth. Lines are 25 and 50. And Phil Hellmuth will get us started with queens. He limps in. Sixes for Overton. He limps. Deeb calls and Jeganathan checks. And it's a full house for Hellmuth.
Check. Check.
Overton and his sixes bet 150. Deeb calls with trip jacks.
Check. Check. Check.
All three players check, so here comes the river. And the river is a 7, so now Deeb has a full house, but the poker brat is still in the driver's seat with queens full of jacks. And I don't see a scenario where all of the money doesn't get in here between Hellmuth and Deeb. There's the first piece of the puzzle.
550. Raise.
Call.
And now just a call from Sean Deeb.
I was also full. Just sick.
And I know it's a nice big pot to start the night for Phil Hellmuth, but there's probably a part of him that's thinking, why didn't I get the rest of the money?
Jack 7 suited?
X7 off.
Tricky.
Dan straddled. What happened?
That was Andy
That was
throwing
your
100
money that was
to
in
try
the
to
pot.
bet.
Yeah.
There's no straddle. I said I was booked.
Yeah.
I booked your bet.
Oh, I get
think,
it. I thought you
I think
said
Alec
that.
had the best hand.
Oh, I thought you said that you had the best hand. I'm like, if you
No,
got $100,
no, no,
why
no.
do you
We
just
have
call it
I'm saying I have the worst hand.
We have
$100
Still
booked.
your money left
Good.
in
I get
another
to win a little money back.
You
If
win
you have $100
back.
booked, there's no reason to wait for the live stream.
That's funny.
You can tell him.
Wait, what? I'm confused. Is there, did
You
you guys?
wanna
We
know
bet
what
a,
your
we
hand
bet
is
we
'cause
bet
they got
$100.
Raise 200.
I bet he had the best hand.
Okay. So, like, am I supposed to tell him that?
You
You
don't
don't
have
have to.
to.
You don't have to. They'll wait till the live stream. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Raise.
if people aren't like
25.
supposed to be looking and stuff, like, I don't. Whatever. I mean, I've shown like a bunch of my hands tonight. Anyway.
It's okay.
We're booked either way.
Yeah.
Want to make it 500?
Wow, you really should.
Just I bet $100.
I want to get some money back on it.
He wants to
want
break even on the
Yeah, I
hand.
want
He's
to
going
break
to lose even more money by
want,
losing this
I
bet.
don't want your hand.
It's so funny. Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just saying it's like really funny if he's upping the stakes and he's wrong. He's just gonna be like so much more tilted than he would have been if he just called.
I hope that's an if I'm wrong.
You could bet the 5,000 that he put you all in effectively for on the river if you want as well. There you go. That's the real bet.
I'm trying to work my way up to 500. Just like Alex strung me along in the hand. I'm
One
trying to
step
get
at a
Dan up to
time.
5. I'm pretty confident.
After Schneider checks, Jeganathan's betting 750.
Just saying.
Booked on 100.
Yes.
Tom Schneider getting aggressive, making it 2,100. 1350 would be the call. Jeganathan did buy in for the max, which is 20,000. And so we're now going to the turn with 5,500 in the middle. Another 7 on the turn.
All in.
Oh, man. Tom Schneider's pushing it to the limit. And there it is.
It's really epic to show a bluff here.
What's that?
Said it's really epic to show a bluff here. That's pretty strong.
Yep.
Wow.
I had king, queen. God dang it all.
Wow.
Why are they go so crazy like
That's
that?
strong.
He's gonna bluff off all his money, but maybe not to me.
Phil finds a way to needle everybody.
Yeah, I mean, not hey, that was a good play, Tom. It was sooner or later he's going to lose all his money.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
I'm done with you guys.
Welcome back to Poker Night in America. Here in the city of brotherly love, we return to SugarHouse. Blinds in the game tonight are 25 and 50, optional $100 straddle. New player joining the table, Darren Elias looks down at his first hand on Poker Night in America, and it will go to the muck.
He didn't rebuy. He just put it in his pocket off
I'm
table.
just gonna put it in my pocket, yeah, if I need it later.
Andy Frankenberger raises with ace-9.
Sure.
In comes Sean Deeb in the cutoff, and Tom Schneider on the button.
600.
And Helmuth raises the stakes to 600. There's an awful lot of traffic that would be coming behind Frankenberger, so he
Let's
folds.
see if I get a compliment after this hand.
Deeb folds, but Schneider calls on the button.
The donkey bumper hops right in there.
Boom, just like that. Schneider flops a flush. Although Phil does still have a bigger diamond draw.
I was not looking for a watch when I got this.
Yeah, that's what a lot of watch people end up
Because,
doing.
like you said, like it's kind of something struck you about it because
Yeah.
it was a little weird. And with me, the numbers just seemed like
Yeah.
so cool. You know,
They have
the way
a
it jumps around.
eclectic brand, yeah. It has to be, to spend a certain amount of money on a watch has to be a little bit impulsive or emotional, right? Like, it's not just like, I want to buy a $30,000 watch today, you know, buy it. Like, usually it's like the right marriage of upswing and whatever. Downswing, maybe.
You just nailed it.
It's a dope watch.
But I got it half off.
Really?
That's why I did it. It was when the market was crashing in 08.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
sick.
I was in the Venetian for a bachelor party, and I said, wow.
Now remember, Schneider just showed a huge bluff a little earlier at the table.
I spent a lot of time in Asia. Like in America, the status symbol is like a car, and in Asia, the status symbol is a watch. So you'll see like, you know, the VIPs have like $250,000, $500,000 watch like all the time. Like incredibly gangster watch. It's really cool.
And Helmuth taking a lot of time counting out his chips, thinking this over.
I live in New York, so there's not a lot of flashy cars in my town.
Yeah, why would you? Manhattan's the best. Where are you?
I'm in Chelsea, Flatiron.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I looked at a place there,
Yeah.
34th and Madison. I was just telling you.
Oh yeah. So for the
How's that building one?
I'm all in.
All in.
Not call.
Go.
And the river is an ace of hearts. And you can go ahead and grab that stack and ship it on over to your right, Phil Helmuth.
Good play. Just like getting cheated. You got put in 600 with 5-6 and just flop the flush. I can't take it anymore. Donkey Bomber, you're too tough, man. Remember I was trying to track the code?
Yeah,
I guess the 5-6 diamonds just always works for you, huh?
it does.
That's nice.
As Phil hits the exit, a new player takes his spot at the table in seat 5. That's Akeem Akimov.
It gives such a huge
it's
advantage.
going to be online. We can rewatch the stream. Oh, that's very cool. Always.
I think it gives a massive advantage to the better players at the main event, like that they get all the hand histories.
Absolutely. Well,
Because like
they
the
know what to
better
do with it.
players are gonna, yeah, exactly.
They can
yeah.
make
But
adjustments.
it just is what it is. Like the reason the main event's the main event is because of the production. So that's just something you sign up for.
really
As long
loves,
as it's
like,
common
that you don't
knowledge, that's
have
fine.
any-
Yeah, it's fair to everybody.
All right, we got 4 players that will see this flop together. It comes out king high. Deeb was ahead pre-flop with ace
Check.
queen and makes his hand even stronger with a pair of queens on the flop.
If you're going to find out anyway.
Checks to the turn.
Check.
The The well is running dry for Sean Deeb and his $700 bet. We're over to Alec Torelli. Torelli did hit the queen as well on the flop. And Torelli pushes it up to 2,600, so 1,900 for Deeb to call.
Where's that guy that is they invited Phil Helmut or something?
What's up?
Phil Helmut or something.
What about him?
Oh, he's not playing anymore?
He took his seat.
Oh, why he left?
Usually people leave when they bust or they have to go. He probably
He's supposed
busted.
to have a lot of money, more than I do. Who's gonna live this game?
If he didn't leave, you wouldn't have a seat, though.
Yeah, whatever. Life is life.
So we're heads up to the river. $3,500
You win.
and a call.
Queen.
Queen
It's
two.
easy.
Nice hand.
You don't want to think about that just for a second?
I'm sick and tired of folding the best hand, so if he had better, he had better.
And Sean Deeb quickly calling, and somebody notes at the table, and yeah, he wasn't even scared of the flush. Just snap call.
It's not good for TV.
More no-limit action from SugarHouse when we return. Closed captioning is brought to you as a public service by Poker Night in America. Thanks for coming back to Poker Night in America. Let's return to the cash game. Blinds tonight are 25 and 50 on Poker Night in America.
Shadows out. Hard to call.
It's a shame they don't do those shows anymore. It's like a cool.
They do. We're on one.
You don't want to say that right now.
They're on one.
Well, no, I meant that specific thing. I mean, come on, it's totally different.
I know what you meant. Just kind of funny how it came out.
Yeah, I know. I guess that was like
That will be edited.
deserved.
There's zero
That
chance.
will not be
That won't
making-
even make the
that won't make-
archive.
that will
That
not
won't even
make
make
the
the
TV
archive.
show.
That
They're
deserves.
like, wow, Alex
Right.
Mike's turned off for the rest of the night.
You just
That deserves a
Mic
cut.
is off.
100%. This hand's
You're
not
sorry.
making the
Go ahead.
anywhere.
You guys could all get all in, they're still not gonna air. First 80K pot of Poker Night in America history, not ever shown.
Jack.
Yeah, okay. Just had to play a hand. I didn't care what the cards were.
Didn't cost you that much.
It's the first hand that was $100. I was
Yeah,
playing.
and you're on the button. Feels like a win.
Overton's ahead with his pair of jacks and the straight draw. Schneider's got a flush and a straight draw.
Was the wine you got any good?
Yeah, it's fine.
What's red?
Might be my next if I change.
You're switching from beer to wine.
I have no
Pace
repercussions
yourself.
for me. No
Okay.
hangovers,
Pace
nothing.
yourself. There's still tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I got work tomorrow, buddy.
Tomorrow's Tuesday. Oh, the whole day?
I mean, I have to be there at 6 in the morning, but yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you have to be there at 6 in the morning?
The bet was 725 from Overton. Schneider calls.
What's up?
8 hours shift?
No, well, these 2 days I'm getting off at like 2 o'clock because I told them that I might be on the show.
You
So
have to be at-
I just wanted to be available just in case.
Another jack for Overton.
Got a bet. 1250.
And there's pretty much nothing that Tom Schneider can beat right now. I mean, he can barely even beat a bluff at this point. So he's going to try to bluff himself.
I've been
He
trying
bets
to read it all
3,000.
night. I still can't read it.
It looks awesome. I don't care if you can use.
You can't read it. I can't tell
He's
the
going to
time
get a
on it.
call. And there's a crack in the Liberty Bell of Tom Schneider's game here in Philadelphia. His first bluff tonight won him a bunch of money. That one lost him a little bit of money. So he's still ahead in the overall bluff game.
Nice hand, Aaron.
All right, everybody, we're going to play one more orbit. It'll be a crazy game at the end. The very last hand will be the crazy wild game. You can start the discussion as to what that crazy last hand will be.
Blind man's bluff, I recommend.
Just 7 no limit triple draw.
Well, I don't know rules of any of
We'll do blind man's bluff.
Stud. That's the
5K
crazy.
cap.
What's blind milk? Oh, you hold
You
the card.
hold
in
your
hand?
cards up and everyone sees them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
that's
lot
cool.
of fun.
That's a lot of fun.
We've done this a few times on the show. It's always been a good time.
So we put it all in and then...
No, we...
Oh, no?
You can if you want.
So we play for 90 grand.
No, I thought it was just putting all money in the middle.
More fun if you put it all, but then there's no betting.
No, and then we play the game, not flipping. If we put all the money in the middle and play some game, that
Oh,
would
you start with 5K in the middle, then you start betting.
Yeah, something like that.
Play with our remaining stacks.
It's hard to fold. It's hard to fold at that point. You're just like,
I
whatever.
might leave early if we do that.
Aaron Overton, one of the local pros here at SugarHouse, who's mixing it up with the world's best on Poker Night in America. Makes it 1,200 with his kings. Deeb showing some respect, folding. Schneider calls the 1,200 with pocket
You gotta
eights.
love how Tom plays. He really puts it in there. 1,200 like it's nothing.
The Joey Chong.
Huh?
I had the Joey Chong.
10 deuce?
A7.
Ace 7? Best hand. King 6. Diamond.
I faded the 4.
Is that the
Huh?
one you
I
went
faded the 4.
Oh, I was aware. There was a lot of ace highs in that.
Right. What'd you call the hand? You said you had the Joe.
A7.
The one you.
Yeah,
The World
World
Series.
Series.
I never heard that. I never heard it referred to as the Joe. And the other guy.
6,100 in the middle.
Queens.
Well, he took that wicked beat against the Hummel earlier, right? Remember, the Hummel
Overton
was
is betting
overdone.
3,100.
No, that was McMotto. That was.
Oh, that was the. That was
Matt Affleck.
Matt Affleck, yeah, bubbling the final.
Oh, so Hummel beat someone in the hand, maybe, or lost something that, or Joseph Chung lost the hand to.
He also handed that
kid.
Italian guy. Yeah, that's the one he had aces in.
The kid had jacks or something, and river to jack or something. Something strange happened. I forget that.
Not much to do. We're doing 2 more.
And Schneider pretty confident with his eights. He calls the 3,100 as we're now above 12,000 in this hand with the river yet to come. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, boy. Oh boy.
All in.
All in bet.
I call.
Aaron Overton, welcome to the world of Poker Night in America. Well, as we wrap up day 2 at SugarHouse, Tom Schneider with a huge couple of pots here tonight. He's now up $23,000. And Phil Hellmuth and Aaron Overton, the 2 victims of Mr. Schneider, walk away tonight with some empty pockets.
After the break, we wrap up the tale of the cheesesteak.
Here it is.
All right, well, there's no way to tell other than put it in your mouth.
Poker Night in America is being brought to you by 888poker.com, where the world plays online.
All right, next stop on the tour of cheesesteaks in South Philly is at Tony Luke's, and we're here with Tony Luke Jr.
What's up, brother?
Thanks for having Poker Night in America. Now, you're kind of the new kid on the block when it comes to cheesesteaks.
I'm the baby.
Yeah,
I'm the baby.
But that's still how many years?
23. My father came to me and my brother one day and said, I want to do something as a family, together. Let's open up a sandwich shop. Now, when I tell you, we literally built this from the ground up. I mean literally from the ground up. We laid the concrete, we put the framing up, we had no money. My father always drilled in us, you know, don't serve what you wouldn't want to eat. They can spend their money anywhere. If they're coming to your front window, then you treat them with the respect and the joy of them being there that you truly have.
Let's get back in the kitchen and see what makes Tony Luke's
We're
different.
gonna make some cheesesteaks right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take some canola oil, not olive oil, canola oil, because it doesn't have any flavor. Because what you want is the flavor of the steak coming through. So now we're gonna take our ribeye steak, we're gonna lay that on. See, now it's very, very thin.
Yeah, like paper thin.
The secret to a good steak for me is to always keep it moving. When the steak is almost done, what I like to do, put the onions on. All that juice from the steak is going to marinate into those onions. Once that cheese melts, it's all going to kind of meld together. So all those flavors, the fried onions and the juice from the steak, all that gets in. So instead of having, hey, I bit the steak, I taste the steak, now I taste the onion, now it's one flavor.
Should all be one thing.
Which is what you want.
Which if you had a scented candle, it would be this.
That's exactly right.
It's 1 cent.
1
coming out.
cent, that's
Got
what
it.
you want.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
All right, well, there's no way to tell other than put it in your mouth. Way different. The bread, immediately crunchy, the scented candle there in the middle. It all comes in one thing. You can't differentiate what it is. And that's fantastic.
It's a one flavor, and that's what I really like about doing it that way. And that bread, that soft middle will catch all the flavors of that steak.
For more from Poker Night, visit pokernight.com or find us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, where you can see complete episodes and unedited live streams. Also, be sure to check out our online store for all your Poker Night merchandise. For everyone here at Poker Night in America, I'm Chris Hansen. Poker Night is brought to you by 888 Poker, where the world plays online.
And I wanted to say a word to the wise of anyone that is selling cheesesteaks outside of Philadelphia. Don't put it on your menu as a Philly cheesesteak. It's a cheesesteak. You don't have to use the word Philly in front of it.
That's true.
It's true.
You got it.